What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Savage Land, and welcome back to another episode of The Table. And today on the table, you see I pretty much got the red army cleared out, so we just don't have that formation stand anymore. And I pretty much just have my blue army sitting up here with Cobra Commander. What I said I was gonna do, I'll just try to build out a scene today, and I just kind of want to start with the basics. Last week I said I want to build out more of a natural habitat, so I went by Michael's and picked up kind of like some home garden stuff. Right here is a roll of kind of like fake grass. Kind of has like a netted background, almost kind of like a doormat, and it sheds like real grass too. Almost kind of looks like a big roll of weed or something. Also right here, I also have kind of like some AstroTurf that I have rolled up, which you've seen before on my channel. It's pretty much the same AstroTurf looking stuff that I use for pallet picks. It comes in a roll, but over time, it definitely flattens itself out. Also, they had a Christmas sale at Michael's with trees. These are basically Christmas decorations here, but in depth perception can be passed off as pine trees. They even have little small pine cones on them. And these were half off. I believe I ended up paying like 10 or 11 bucks for these. But this is the best thing I brought. For $5, I kind of pretty much got a grassy knoll here. And I got like 10 of them. So put together, looks like definitely like some swamp grass, something that Copperhead would be in, man. So I ended up spending about 150 bucks to kind of build out my natural woodlands kind of diorama set, and more I add on to it, the more better it's going to be. I just needed that initial shot in the arm to kind of get this diorama going with this massive army on this table. So today I'm just going to do something simple. I just want to see how all this stuff lay out and let you guys come on an adventure. So let's jump right into it. So I'm basically trying different things here, changing it up a little bit, and I think I have the best layout as far as what I'm dealing with now. Like I said, this is basically a starter kit, so I have the tools to kind of build this world out a little bit more, and not necessarily bigger than this table, but fill this table out a little bit more. Like, as time goes by, maybe have the whole out perimeter lined up with trees, forming a tree line. And you can take those trees and move them different ways, but what I decided to do is put the grass, this kind of like mat grass that I said looks like rolled up weed, in front of the grassy knoll to hide that plastic cap that the grassy knoll has. Like it sits kind of like on a tray, and that doesn't look really real at all. But once you put it behind that grass mat and bump it up to it, looks like a hedge has started to form there. Also, which one did I cut? I tried to like take these trees out of the flower pots because that's just what they are. They're not for like dollhouse or anything, but you can see it's styrofoam at the bottom and it's messy, and then the core from the actual trunk of the tree runs all the way down to the bottom, so that's not going to work. And what I try to do is cut the styrofoam, get a little bit more flatter, but what I'll probably do is leave these trees in the pot, and what is created here is almost kind of created with depth perception a hillside, because I got it rolled up, which is cool with me because it gives a little bit more depth to your set, and it makes it look like it has some type of geography about it, man. So I'll work that out a little bit better, but it being in the back and kind of the focus going to be in the middle, well, definitely you won't be able to tell that this is that these have flower pots in them. It just looks like a rollover. And in the middle, I put more of that green paper because that's like AstroTurf. Action figures stand way better on that than they do on these grassy mats. These mats are just something to take your mind off that these are toys and kind of blend it in and make it look real life. So I'm getting there, and we'll see the final product when I come back. All right, so I'm already about to where I think I need to be. Start here with the ones I didn't need. I didn't need the mole rats, of course. We're not in a mine, rock digging. Don't need the Pauper Cobra Commander. Destro, this is not a scene for him. This is beneath him. Blue ninjas, white ninjas, storm shadow. Shit like this doesn't concern him. Twins, too business to be in this scene. Baroness, she's gonna roll with Destro. Of course, you know has no business being in the scene at all. And then Zartan doesn't give a shit about stuff like this. This Cobra powwow here, pretty much just Cobra Commander. Cobra Commander, and I hate to use this reference, is almost like Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler always wanted to be recognized as a supreme military leader. And that's what Cobra Commander strives for. He really doesn't care about money or anything like that. If he can be remembered as being a supreme military leader, a dominant force, that's what his claim to fame, what he wants to be. And this is basically a Cobra meeting. Basically talking about health insurance, benefits, hours work, overtime, things of that nature. Because Cobra isn't exactly an army. It's an organization, a corporation of sorts, and it has business heads and everything like that. But in this photo, man, well, diorama, which will basically be part of a photo, I just got the guys lined up here. Of course, like I said, I turned these pots into a hillside here, and we got my man Firefly in here, and we got some Cobra Vipers talking with a Cobra Alley Viper, wondering why is he here. But he's basically like Upham in Saving Private Ryan. This is really not his field. He is a city trooper, but we need your ass and you need to come on. In Saving Private Ryan, Upham was more like a guy who spoke different languages. He really wasn't like a battlefield or infantry. And they said, bring your ass, we need you. And he came. But we got the guys lined up around here. Mostly on this side, as you can see with the red patches, I got Cobra Island and I got officers over here. And then of course we got Scrap Iron, who's always going to be by side, Cobra Commander side, and Major Blood. As you can see here, I'm strictly with the Blue Army right here. And of course we got the Televiper here, which will probably become a casualty of portrait fodder and not be caught in frame, but it's cool. And we got the bats. I believe some of the bats won't be caught in frame. Of course, we got the rocket system from Scrap Iron, and he has the control in his hands just for protection. And we got this hedge line thing here with the crocs out. We got the real grass. See how the grass mat is bumping up against the hedge line? Makes it look a little bit more real. The only thing is missing from that is Joe. And I'm gonna call this behind enemy lines, aka Cobra Powwow. And of course on this side here we got more of the infantry blue troopers here kneeling down in the front. And what I was trying to really capture, what you won't see because I'll do a straightforward shot, and like shots like this, like what I have right now, is the beauty of the blue helmets, how they line up. I wish I had some more symmetrics on it, but I like how it's lined up. It ain't so much you can do with so many troops. And be honest with you, it is a far cry now that I have this 6x6 table from dealing with that over there, where that red piece of paper is, and Mo's holding a flaming Mo. Thanks, Mo. The centerpiece of this shot is basically Cobra Commander, the Hiss tank in general. I probably need to try to hit the lights. You see you got the Hiss gunner up there. And the only thing that is missing from this shot is my Joes at the hedge line. Right, so I think we got what we're looking for here, man. If this was a single shot, this is what I'll be trying to get. I did take a picture of this because all in a single frame, this is the best angle right here. And this is behind enemy lines. The first episode truly of kind of the table, man. And I have hundreds and probably dioramas to do with this. The imagination is endless. The possibilities is endless, man. And I like the way it came out. I like this is my favorite part right here, this grass here. If you can find this at Michael's, definitely get this. They're usually like 10 a piece. They're not big, but caught a sale they're 5 a piece. And I plan on getting more because it just looks so real. I just want to take Copperhead and just plant him right in that grass. I want to take a Velociraptor and plant that right in the grass here. And then with this woodland scene, which I've got all for Michaels, even that blue kind of sky background, which that right there, I wish it was back a little bit further so I could do a little bit of better depth perception. But hey, it is what it is. I'm working with what I'm working with. It kind of almost works out because the shadows almost make it look like more trees in the distance. But you know, everything is a work in progress. This is fun. This was totally fun. And this is a good way to exercise your army. Like I said, I got one of the baddest armies, man. I don't have the biggest, I don't have the most, but I got one of the baddest armies. Why? Because I'll work them out. I'll move them around. And if you got a bigger army, there's a guy who came on here, and it's all love too, man. That's what I'm up here for, man. Bring your armies out. He's like, hey, you got some more work to do. I got 300. I believe I seen him on Facebook. But is your 300 moving around like this army move? We'll get up and move in a second and be across the world in half a day. That's how we moving. Your army, if you ain't working them out, you taking forever to set them up, we'll kick your ass. Bottom line, man. But this blue army, I will say, I have fell in love with it, man. This is my favorite army out of the two. And I'm going to back up out of frame here and kind of just show you what's going on with this whole scene, man, that I finally end up getting here. The blue army, I'm truly in love with it, man. I like it the most. This is my army. I got a original Storm Shadow coming today, and shout out to Nerd. He had these the retro ones up last week, and I ordered them up, man. I mess with him from time to time, and plus he does affirm too, which is cool. But man, I am satisfied with this result here. See, like the Televiper, he was a casualty of framing, so he's not in the frame, but I don't care. I just want to fill it up. And the more you fill it up, the better. If somebody gets cut off, it looks more natural because you got your main frame. You seen the main frame that I had, and it had everything pretty much I needed. That there's a massive army with a tank and a guy commanding them, and guys caught behind enemy lines here. And man, was it fun, man. Like I said, this is the table, man. We're going to be switching up different diodes. I'm going to mess around with this blue army for a bit, man. Then I'll probably take it off the table and put the red army up there. And then I still haven't went through all of my Joes just yet. So I'm probably put the Joes on the field, man. Probably on real soon, because I don't never really sprawl all of them. At one point, like 6-7 months ago, I said my Joe shelf felt empty, and it does. But now it's like definitely beefed up. I got a lot of green guys running around, man. So like I said, this was a lot of fun, and kind of step back to show you really what I'm working with here. You know, so you can see the size of this table. I don't know how it looks on TV, if it looks small or whatnot, but I'm in a 20 by 20 room, okay? And this is a 6 by 6 table, man. And you see, even with 55 troops, man, it takes it up, especially when you start spacing out and you know, just trying to make a real scene instead of just a formation line. Like, I had the table filled up with a formation line, but when you got to space them out, man, you definitely need some room, man. Like, I couldn't do all what I wanted to do with these guys. You can only do but so much, because I do want to leave a little bit of room, like how you see I got some space here to kind of like operate and set figures to the side. And you don't want to over cram a shot. And now, like I said, finally I got space to not really over cram a shot, and I have enough room instead of working with something that big. You know, now I have a bigger space. My wife said basically you got a studio you built down here, and that's what it is. That's basically what it is, my own little personal studio, man. But we're gonna cap it at that. We got more episodes of The Table coming. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode with my Joes behind enemy line here. This is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of G.I. Joe Classified and building out huge dioramas. And with that said, give me a like, comment, subscribe, man. We got more videos coming. If you can, tap in with me on my IG at Geppetto910. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.